Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Naughty Threads. In case you're new here on my channel, do subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get all the future updates. So in today's video, we'll be learning a very interesting design. I'm going to try this with different kinds of beads that you see on the screen. So to work the design, I am using crochet hook number 10 and 6 strands of silk thread. I am demonstrating it on a piece of lace. You guys can try it directly on your sari. So there are three types of beads required. So first I have fixed the knot and I have added one long bead. You can use any long bead. It need not be the exact same bead. You can use preferably any long bead for this part. So after adding one bead, I have locked it with a chain stitch and then I have worked 2 chains and added my second bead. After adding the second bead, I have again locked it with a chain stitch and now I am working my single crochet. So the baseline is very simple and there is a small twist in the second step, so please watch the video till the end. So after adding the bead and doing a single crochet, I am working chains. So here it is 3 chains and 1 single crochet. So this is how the baseline is worked. So after 3 chain block, I am going to add a ring bead and then you will need another bead which fits into the ring bead. So if you're working this for the first time, you might find it a little tricky. So just make sure you place the beads with all the holes aligned on the same line and then it will be easy for you to insert it like this. So add both the beads, lock it with a chain stitch and fix it using a single crochet. So this is extremely easy design, but it looks a little grand because of the different types of beads used. If you happen to try any crochet designs, do join the Crochet Club by Naughty Threads on Facebook and share your crochet related work there. And if you guys are not following us on Facebook, do follow us on Facebook as well. So again I worked a 3 chain base and I'm going to add the first set of beads again. So this way the baseline will continue. So after adding one bead, in total I worked 3 chains before adding the second bead. You can ideally use 8 strands of silk thread along with needle number 9 or 8. So this is how the base will continue. Just keep working the same way till you reach the end of the pallu. So after working this step, I will be trimming off the thread, which is the first color. So I'm going to trim it. And then pull the loop. So here with this our baseline is complete. Now I am using 2 colors together, so you will see one gold and another maroon. So I'm going to fix it in the same place from where I started. So I'm using 6 strands of gold and 6 strands of maroon. Once I fix it, I'm going to separate both the colors like this. So this step is slightly tricky. The first part I'm going to work with maroon. So I'm just holding maroon in my index finger of my left hand and then I'm going to conceal the gold thread while I'm working single crochets behind the first set of beads. So when we follow this method, you can drop the first color and then pick up the second color. So it's really fun doing these kind of designs. So do give it a try and let me know in the comment section how your design turned out. Even if you're finding it difficult in the first attempt, please do not give up. Try it a couple of times and I'm sure you will get it. So I'm continuing in the same color and I've started working my double crochets here. So remember we worked 3 chains in between the 2 beads. That is where I'm going to work my double crochet. So after the double crochet, I'm going to add a bead, lock it with a chain stitch, and then I'm going to work a single crochet in the double crochet itself. Again, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, one bead and one chain. Ideally it is like working a picot. While working picots we either add 3 beads or it is 3 chains, but here I have replaced it with 2 chains and 1 bead. And while I am doing all this, the gold thread is getting concealed, so please pay attention to that and make sure it doesn't get tangled with your working thread. So same way we'll continue until a small arch is formed in between the 2 beads. So once we are done working a small arch, then I'm going to drop my maroon color and then pick up my gold color. That's where the twist is. So lot of you might find this little tricky, especially if you are beginners, but definitely if you give it a try like 2 or 3 times, I'm sure there's nothing impossible. So I'm going to squeeze in one more stitch here. So if you don't want to use these small beads in this step, you can completely skip and make a 3 chain picot, or you can continuously keep working double crochets if you don't want picots as well. But if you ask me, the highlight of this design is the bead, because it forms a tiny little arch, and if that arch is empty it's not going to look nice, so that's why I have added beads. So again I'm continuing to conceal my gold color while I'm working my single crochets behind my second bead. So where I'm working the single crochets is in between the loose thread that runs from one end to the other end of the bead. This thread is there because we have worked a chain after adding a bead. So please do not forget to add a chain after working or after pushing the bead in the thread. So I worked I think enough single crochets here. Now while you're working the single crochet inside the single crochet, I'm going to drop my first color and pick up my second color. So when you pull the loop, drop the first color and wind the second color. So I'm going to wind this gold color onto my index finger. Hold the first color tightly with your hand and then pull the first color. So this is how you change color while working with 2 colors simultaneously. It's very easy. And now again I'll start working my double crochets around this ring bead. So this forms a slightly bigger arch when compared to the arch that we just worked in between the 2 beads. So here what I'm going to do is, after working every double crochet, I'm just going to add 1 bead and then continue working double crochets. So if you want, you can continue the same pattern here, but I felt it will get monotonous, so that is the reason I wanted to work this part with little variation, and I skipped the picots, and instead of picots I'm just adding a bead after every double crochet. So while working this part you will have to be very careful, because in case if the bead breaks then it's very bad. You will either have to have Fevikwik handy to fix it immediately, or you will have to rip open everything, because once the bead breaks, it's like the silk thread is not going to stay there. It's going to slip off. So be very careful, take your time and do not rush. So when you are working your baseline, it becomes very important to choose the size of the bead. Do not choose a very big bead. When you place the smaller bead inside the ring, make sure you have enough space for the needle to go in and come out. So that's one important point to remember. I have had a lot of people messaging saying that whenever you're working with these ring beads, it tends to break. So do not apply too much pressure while working with these ring beads. If you apply a lot of pressure, then obviously it's going to break. So depending on your ring size, you can add the double crochets and the beads. Once you're done with this, I think by now you guys would know how to continue the remaining part. So I'm going to fix it using a single crochet again, and while I am doing that, I will drop my gold color and pick up my maroon. So that's how it will continue. There is no space to add a tassel or a kuchu here, but if you want, you can add one extra block and then add the tassel or silk thread bunch in the next step. But I felt this itself looks nice, and already it's a lot of work, so that is why I did not want to add kuchu for this particular design. However, you while working the arch around the ring bead, you can probably create that one chain gap and then add the kuchu below the ring bead in that one chain gap. So you guys can do those kind of variations yourself, and in case you do any variations, please do share it on the Facebook group. Join the group first. It's called as the Crochet Club by Knotty Threads. And now I am very happy to tell you guys that we are a group of 10,000 people, which is a lot of people, 10,000 people. So I thank each and every one for being a part of this group and continuously supporting each other and exchanging your work. You guys are doing fabulous. You guys are really doing great, and I would love to see more and more from you guys in the days to come. So I guess, yeah, that's all. The design is almost done on this piece of lace. So in the end, I have trimmed the thread and I'm knotting it. So this is the final look. Like mentioned earlier, you can use beads of any size, any shape. Yeah, so this is how it looks. So in case you want to use two colors in just one single step, then you can definitely go ahead and try this. So I hope you guys like this design or video. In case you do, drop us that thumbs up, and that's all in today's video. I'll see you soon. Until then, bye bye.